Okay, we're going for our second little wildlife walk. See what we can find video, and just down in the corner of this field out of the way. I'm going to start off down here today. Still no grass snakes. Last year, I think the earliest I found them was the beginning of May, so it might just be that it's a bit early yet, but we'll give it a look. I've got a few boards here. Let's see what we can get. I didn't have anything under those boards, nothing under this tin, and nothing under those pieces of felt there, but these are really old silage bales that I put out a good few years back, and I try and put the odd hay bale down here just so it'll compost down, and it's a possible place for grass snakes to lay eggs. And where I am is on this mound here, is sort of just sort of up, so it's a possible hibernacular spot, but as of yet I've not seen anything here, so we'll keep checking this spot out over the year and see. We'll head to the next tins now. So just flip this board. Got a nice young toad, bufo. Yeah, very wet area. Just take him out. So lovely little toad. Lovely little toad hiding under the board. It's a fast one. Lovely red-orange colour on him. The weather's really cold still at the minute. We've had some terrible weather here. It's windy today, it's about 40-mile-an-hour gusts. But there's spotty sun in places, and honestly we haven't seen sun in about a week here, so I just got out while I can. But yeah, nice little toad. Lovely in that sunlight. I've got my camera with me, but I probably won't have time to take any pictures today, so just a quick video on my lunch break. We're down in the marsh here. I'll put this guy back and I'll carry on looking. So nothing under the tins, but just to sort of say, as we go through these videos you'll see this area greening up, and it turns from extremely wet bog that you'll see in a minute to sort of not dry, but dry in areas over the summer months. So we're just waiting for that, probably for the snakes to start coming out. But I've never seen anything cryptic basking here. It's just so dense, but this is the sort of areas you want to be looking if you're out and about. Bramble areas, you know, in between the brambles, clear patches in between the brambles where there's sunlight getting through is really what you want to be looking for cryptic basking animals. And then obviously for me, if I'm up on the coastal paths and stuff like that, in the grass really, for common lizards and stuff. But for grass snakes, in between sort of dense brambly habitat, you might see some cryptic basking. This is what we're working with down here at the minute. About half of this is just this thick, dense ground, but it's bloody completely underwater. So good for amphibians at the minute. I might try and do a nighttime video down here on this bit. Might put some news and things like that. But yeah, and then it just turns on to sort of fairly dry stuff then, but very boggy in areas. This is what I mean by brambly areas with clear patches, probably a better example. So in between the brambles, places like this, if you walk along quietly and try and lower your vibration levels, this is the sort of areas you want to be looking for grass snakes and things like that, and adders if it's the right area. I'm not going to see anything now. I'm talking while we're going, and if anything was here disturbing it, I don't think there's anything out yet, to be honest, but yeah, sort of ideal habitat. There we go. We'll go around to check some boards on toads and things now. Just at the pond. This is the pond where we dipped those palmettos in the last video. Go and check that out if you haven't, but you know, you can see the greenery is really coming up now, and it really won't be long and this will be 8-9 foot tall and a nightmare to walk through. But we'll move. So just flip the next board, and you have really got to look hard when you're flipping wooden boards for toads. They are here, you just have to look for them. So another little toad, another small one. Sorry buddy. Now I'm finding all these toads under wooden boards. Obviously they stay a lot cooler than the metal tins when the sun hits them. So that's exactly the sort of thing that the toads like. Yeah, we'll flip this board back. So I've actually got my temp gun with me, so I thought it'd be interesting to see. So surface temp on the toad, 13 to 14 degrees. And you know, anything from 12 or 11 even. 11 to 14 degrees under this wooden board. So cool, damp, that's why the toads like it. So next board flipped. It's a full sheet, this one, 8 by 4 foot. Well used burrows, field voles and shrews and things. And we've got this lovely big red girl again, utilising the empty space. Look at the colours on this toad. Honestly, they are unreal. Super beautiful toad. I'd guess female, but she's still using this board, so I don't know if she's visiting the ponds at night or not, but I won't bother her too much. We'll get the board back down and her back underneath. But yeah, it's probably the nicest looking toad we found so far this year. Just coming up onto the next pond. Now these willows are really starting to take off now. The warmer weather's kind of arrived, but just the sun hasn't yet. So hopefully give it another week or so, and hopefully the reptiles start showing themselves again. Just come up on this board, flip this board. You'll notice that these boards I have are either on the edge of fields or this is on a bank, so it's wet underneath, but we're under the board. I'm trying to get some dry areas. You know, this is the edge of a field, this is bog, we're against the bank. I'm trying to get those dry areas because the amphibians don't want to be, if they want to be wet, they go to the pond, you know. They don't want to be underwater all the time. So there you go. It's another little toad. And these toads that are spotting, some of them are new, but some of them have been resident there from the first videos now. I haven't checked on them in a few weeks and they're still knocking about in the same places. So, yeah, I'll just pull this guy out and get the board back, so he doesn't damage himself. Here he is. I'll just get him straight back under. We've seen this one before, so up he goes. Hopefully you can hear me, but just down here next to the pond we have this, it's obviously wet, but on this slightly higher area we have this lovely, these dry grass tufts, and the mammals really love them. So you'll be walking along and you'll see little field mice, burrows and things like that. And yeah, you'll see like freshly chewed grass stalks in the top, sometimes in the top of them. I haven't seen any today, but yeah, just there's plenty of wildlife out there if you look for it. So we're just through to the next field now, but so I had this board down low before in a bit wetter area, so I moved it up like what I was saying, on the edge of the field here. I'll flip this one on camera. I don't know if there'll be anything here. Doesn't look like it. No, but it's yeah, it's a bit more out of the water, out of the bog, a bit drier area, so hopefully we'll see something under there at some point. So just going up to the next board. Not many birds out today in that wind, but little buzzard flying over. Like I say, it's about 40-mile-an-hour gust today, so it really is strong winds, but the sun's poking through, so you might spot a common lizard or two before the end of the video. And again, this is what I'd class as great basking area for snakes. I've never seen a snake in this field before. I've had one off the road nearby, but so we'll see now this year. And this was completely dry, but it's now underwater here. It's just, we've had a stupid amount of rain these past few days. So yeah, just as we come up to this board. Oh look, might not be anything under here because it's been flooded out, but oh, that is heavy. That is heavy. So we normally, yeah, there's a little one. So you can see one toad over there. This is where I found that really yellow toad not too long ago, but not today. Just looks like the one. So again, extremely camouflage. This one's choosing to be in the water a little bit. I'll give this one a temp gun as well, actually. I haven't done it to the others really. Surface temp of this little guy, slightly warmer, so 15.5 degrees. You know, that water there is 13 degrees. But yeah, nothing else under this one, so we'll scoop him out, chuck the ball back, and let him get on his way. So that's I think 5 toads today so far. Nice little walk around, all small apart from one, so can't imagine. That bigger one is probably the only one that's sort of breeding size age. These little ones will be feeding themselves up for years to come, hopefully. Again, I don't know if you can hear me, but this is sort of, again, what I class as an ideal place to find grass snakes. On the edge of the field here, into a woodland behind. Early spring, so not much vegetation coming up yet. And you get these areas where dappled sunlight is going to come through, so that's going to be a great area to go looking for basking animals. I think it's just a bit early yet in the year for this area. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me. We're just walking up this gateway. And it's blowing a gale, right? So we're on the top of the field here, blowing hard, and on these fence posts here, which I was hoping we'd see. Hopefully you saw there a young little common lizard. This is a population I spotted not too long ago. Been waiting for that sunshine to come back out again. Got a gorse bush here on the corner of the gateway, and it's something I wanted to talk about, but it's difficult to see, to be honest. But under there is a stone, a very old-fashioned dry stone gateway post. Now Pembrokeshire is really famous for its Pembrokeshire hedges. So old hedges in Pembrokeshire are not just mud and grass. Don't do Pembrokeshire. They are full of stones like that, and it makes Pembrokeshire a fantastic place for reptiles. So stones and hedges, crabs and crevices, that's how you act. There's another good thing for anyone local, or even across the country. If you have old stone walls, especially common lizards, they'll use it, and adders, they'll use it as an ivernaculum. So I spotted this little gateway, and yeah, like I say, I saw a common lizard here the other day. It's blowing 40-mile-an-hour gusts. There's this guy sitting out there. And we'll get out this way. So again, hope you can hear. Back on the corner of the drive, of the felt. We've seen 4 separate lizards out here now. When the sun shines on our side. She's quite warmed up now. But as you can see, felt there is reading at 28 degrees. That is unreal. So in the grass next to it and the ivy next to it, 15 degrees in the grass, the ivy next to it, 28 degrees on the felt, or up to 28 rather. There you go. This is the only one out today. Common lizard, Zootoca vivipara. It's the first one we saw out. But like I said, there's been 4 separate ones on the felts now. So nice population. We'll end out there, I think. I didn't take any photos on camera today. Just didn't really have time. So. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.